Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Andy.
My name is Michelle. And today we have a very interesting and fun segment.
Yeah, so for today's video, for Valentine's Day, it'll be all about relationships, dating, and being single moms in the dating world.
Yes.
And so to start off this video, we have some very interesting questions from some men that we're going to read to each other. And we're going to answer them honestly and truthfully.
Yes, truthfully.
And so you guys are going to get some raw, fun, naughty stories and answers from today's video about us.
So just to let you know, some of this stuff gets a little naughty.
Yeah, so it's probably not for kids. So you probably shouldn't let your kids watch it, but if you want to have some fun, keep watching. So for this part of the video, we're going to be answering some questions from some men that actually have sent us some questions from different states. So here they are. So I have 5 questions for Michelle. Michelle has 5 questions for me. And so the whole point is to answer them as truthfully and as honestly as possible without sugarcoating the truth so that you guys get to know us a little bit more when it comes to relationships and sexuality.
Let's jump right into this. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So your first question is from Dangerous with Rocks, New Hampshire. And his question is, have you ever dated 2 people at the same time?
Wow. The answer is yes, but not in the recent years. I would say years ago when I was younger.
So we're a one-man kind of girl, aren't we?
Now we are. Now we are. But years ago, and it's hard, let me tell you, don't recommend it. It's a lot to juggle. Yeah.
Especially sending wrong text to the wrong person.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yep. Okay, my turn. So this question is from Mr. Naughty Pants Joe from the state of Nevada. And his question is, what is a sexual fantasy that you have?
Ooh, sexual fantasy. Let's see. Let's try to keep it as PG as possible. I would say some type of role play. Surprise me.
Like you want to be the nurse, the naughty nurse, or you want to be like the lunch lady.
Okay, maybe not the lunch lady.
Or a doctor.
Maybe something a little bit more seductive.
Like the maid.
Surprise me. Probably, yeah. Oh no,
so he would have to like buy you like a cute little costume and bring it and you guys can role play.
Senor,
that's cute.
You got here too soon. I'm still dusting the books.
That's funny.
Okay, let's see. We have a question from Sexy Alfonso from Texas.
Yeah.
And he wants to know, can you do the splits?
No, unfortunately not. I have some other tricks up my sleeve, but definitely not the splits.
So sorry, Alfonso. No to the splits.
I hope he's as sexy as you say he is. Because if you have sexy in your username, you better be fucking sexy.
You could be sexy in other ways, okay?
That's true. That's true.
Moving on.
My turn. So this question is from Mr. Hardwood Eddie, 73, from the state of Utah. And he wants to know, what is your favorite porn?
Ooh, let's see. I have several. No, I'm just kidding. I would say my go-to is probably lesbians.
Nice. Nice. Women know what they're doing.
Always.
They know what they're doing.
They come to please. So, next question. This is from Papi Chulo, 69, from New Mexico. And he wants to know, are you a hit it and quit it kind of girl? Or stay and cuddle?
I'm a stay and cuddle now these days. Unless I'm not feeling it, then I'll be like, peace out, this isn't working. But
she's a cuddler.
I'm a cuddler these days. I was not a cuddler in my younger days, but we've turned a new leaf. So this question is from Mr. Juicy J18 from the state of Colorado, and he wants to know, where is the most random place you've had sex?
Ooh, these questions are spicy.
Yes.
I would say in a bathroom, at a bar.
Nice.
So now, a question from you. Ooh, and he's local. Your neighbor, apartment 80. Don't think I know him. And he wants to know, did it hurt? when you fell from the snack machine. That's not even a question. That's a compliment.
Oh, I have to find this neighbor.
Okay, but you have to answer the question. Did it?
No.
Did you hit the gum and then land?
No, I must have fell on pillows or something. Okay, next question. This question is from Mr. Foot Fetish 88 from the state of Florida, and he wants to know, what is the dirtiest thing you've told a man?
Ooh. I've ever told a man. I would say, let's see, PG. I would say calling him daddy. Get creative and fill in these blanks.
All right.
And let's see, we're on our last questions. This is from Fresh Out of the Oven Steve from Ohio. And he wants to know, what was the weirdest request you got in bed while with someone?
The weirdest request I've gotten was to put my finger in their. That's the one that comes to mind.
This is a judgment-free zone. People are gonna like what they like.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, wow.
Hey, if you're down, you're down.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I like the good stuff.
You're like, let's get right into it.
Yeah, jump right in.
We could get real freaky naughty.
Get freaky. All right, last question for you. This question is from Mr. Humpalot from the state of New Mexico, and he wants to know, how many times a week do you masturbate?
Ooh. Well, I would say that varies. If I'm seeing or talking to somebody, probably maybe once a week, depends. But I would say there's like between 2 times a week, sometimes more, depends. Depends where the frustration is. Trying to get the wiggles out, where I'm at, you know, but masturbation is healthy.
Yes, that sounds like a healthy amount. Yes to masturbation.
And now let's give a round of applause for our contestants.
Yes.
Thank you for the questions.
Let us know if you guys enjoyed this little segment, and we can do it again in future videos. So now, moving on. So who's your celebrity crush?
Oh my god, that's a good one. I would say at the moment, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh my god, that D.
That is a daddy right there. Yours?
My celebrity crush right now is Rami Malek. He's the guy that played in the Rolling Stones movie. He played.
You're talking about Mr. Robot.
Yes, Mr. Robot. Yes. He plays.
I don't know if you thought I was gonna read your mind, but I know who you were talking about.
Mr. Robot, yes.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Robot. He's a hottie.
So, what's your status at the moment?
My relationship status?
Relationship status, dating status,
Single.
and ready
Hey.
to mingle and bilingual.
That's true, I am bilingual.
We both are. We'll hit you with that Spanish real quick.
Yeah.
¿Qué?
¿Qué? ¿Estás soltera?
Ay.
Sola.
Well, and then they're gonna hit you with the "What's up, mommy?"
Yes, I am single. I've been single for a while now.
When was your last relationship?
Last relationship was I dated this guy back in the summer. It ended like a while back.
Summer of
During the summer.
77?
No. Summer of 18.
Okay.
Yeah, we dated for a few months. Didn't work out.
Okay. And right now, are we looking to date? Are we dating? Are we not?
No. Not talking to anybody. Nothing.
You know what that means? Slide into her DMs.
I mean, you know, people are interested. I'm listening.
Oh!
Submit your resume.
I think that was an
Submit a
open
cover letter.
invitation. Hit it with your best line. I want to hear them.
Yeah, I enjoy pickup lines. They're funny.
I feel like they're funny. That's an interesting way. As long as they're not like offensive.
Yeah, like don't send me some nasty shit, because I'm like, oh.
Delete.
They'll be like, what? You want it in the
They're like,
slow your roll.
they're like, Andy, I would get
take me to dinner first.
They're like, Andy, I would get real freaking naughty with you.
Be like, no, take me to dinner first. No, I'm kidding. How about you? What's your relationship status?
I am single.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been divorced already for a while, a little over a year. And that was my last relationship. So now I've just been, scouting, dating.
Scouting, wow. She has an agency she works with. She's like, just send me all their numbers. And
Sometimes when I get home, they bring me men. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
No, I've just been dating. I think right now my preference is Bumble. I like it. I've tried OkCupid. That was a no-go for me. Tinder, no, just. So
I actually tried Tinder years ago, a few years back, and that was fun. I feel like Tinder's like hit it and quit it type status. Like, people weren't really making conversations. You're just like, hey.
Well, I guess if it fits the needs that you want or that you have, go for it. But I feel like
if you were into that, I'd be like, they'd be like, who's around your city? Who's like in a 2-mile radius?
I feel like for me it was just like bam in your face, and I was just like, oh, I don't know. I think at the moment starting off, maybe Tinder isn't the greatest. Oh well, it's up to you, but for me,
it depends what you're looking for.
It was a little too much, and I was just like, no, I need a bit of little space.
I haven't used.
Can I think about it? Can I call you tomorrow?
No. I haven't used Tinder recently, but back like a few years ago, I was like, you get your socks rocked off, and bam.
Whatever's gonna, shake that tapete, go for it.
I am on Bumble. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
So if you see
I'm
her,
not a big fan though. Not a big fan.
Right.
I am not a big fan.
Have you gone on any dates?
Yeah, I went on a date. I want to say last month or in January. I don't remember anymore. But it wasn't. The guy was really nice. We had a lot in common, but there was like no chemistry. So,
I think I would say I've gone on like 3 dates, but it didn't get too far. There were some, where you know what I find interesting is that we have a great time, we have a good conversation, maybe a short makeout session, and you're like, wow, that was fun, it was great, and then you're like, hey, what's up? And then you're like, crickets. And then that's it. They just never text you back. But I think I've gotten really good with that. I've gotten better with that, where it's just kind of like, maybe it was just a one-time thing. Maybe.
Yeah, and I think communication for adults sucks. I've met so many men that just suck with communication and don't have the audacity to be like, hey, you know what, this isn't working. I'm just not interested. Like, that's all you have to say. I'm just not interested. If a guy told me that, I'd be like, good for you. You know how to use your words, Or
I've actually, you know what? I've actually gone on a date where a guy told me it was really nice meeting you, but I'm not interested. And I was like, that's nice.
Yeah, it's good for him. I mean, because it's like you cut the bullshit, and you're just like, this isn't, I'm just not feeling you. And that's perfectly normal,
Hey,
it's like
if you're not feeling them, let them go. Don't let them with that thought, because that is, that hurts.
Yeah.
That really hurts, and it sticks with people, men and women. It sticks with them.
Yeah, and the last thing I would want to do is like string somebody along for months and months or years and be like, oh yeah, I think it'll be like, no man, you don't like them, you don't like them.
I feel like it's very important, at least for me, to make it clear, like, this is what it is, this is what I want, this is what I'm interested in, and then at the end, it's like, are you on board or not?
Like, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of labels, and I know that might be confusing for some people. They're like, what do you mean labels? And I'm just kind of like, I just go with the flow. And it's like, well, if I begin to like you more and more, I'll just let you know. And it's like, why does it have to be like, you're my girlfriend, or you're my fiance, or you're this, or you're that? I don't know. That just drives me insane. So like, we have to put a label on it. Like, you have to be my girlfriend. Like, no, I don't. I don't have to do shit.
What if I just like you on the weekends?
Yeah, like, I don't have to do shit.
There it is. She doesn't like labels. She took up all the labels off the cans.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Yeah. If I want to sleep with the girl tomorrow, then I'm gonna do that, and I don't like those labels either.
Get it, girl.
Yeah. Do I necessarily label myself as a lesbian or bisexual? No. But if someone asks me,
she likes what she likes.
Yeah.
Good for you. So there it is. Open floor. Hit her up. Boy, girl. Get it.
What's the most memorable story that comes to mind when it comes to dating?
Ooh, I have one. So, I was at a bar. And this bar, I was there with you.
We were at a bar.
I met a guy. We were talking.
We actually met guys, him and his friend.
Yes.
I think they were coworkers or something.
We were talking. It was going great. We were enjoying drinks. And then from there, we went to another bar. And there we got a little bit more drinks. And then he was like, hey, let's go. So we left. And we happened to stop by his house real quick because he said he had to pick up like some set of keys. So then as I'm waiting outside, you know, I'm on my phone. I'm going through it. And then all of a sudden I look up and guess who's there? His mother. And I'm like, oh.
Wait, you guys went to his mom's house?
Yes, we went to his mom's house. We're there at his mom's house. And the señora comes out and it's already like past 2. And I'm slightly drunk, so I want to be like, hi, señora, how's everything going? And she was like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for so-and-so. And she was like, you should probably go home. And I was like, what? So then she leaves. He comes back. They start arguing. She starts telling him that he can't go. And I'm like, what is going on? They are arguing in front of me. She is telling him he's drunk, that he's not going to go anywhere. And it starts to get loud to the point where the dad comes out and the 2 dogs come out. And I'm like, what is happening? And at this point, I was already kind of drunk, so I was trying to process what was going on. I don't know why she was mad. Why was she yelling? He was yelling. So then everybody starts yelling. So then the dad goes in, and then they all go in, and I'm like, should I leave? So as I was about to leave, he comes back. He's like, no, we're leaving. And I was like, all right. So now we're standing outside of the house, and we're about to leave. And then the mom's like, you're not going anywhere. So then he gets a call, and he starts talking, and you know what she tells me? She was like, his girlfriend is at home with the broken leg, and you are not going to go anywhere with him. And I turned around and I was like, what? She was like, why do you think she's not here? So then I was like, hold on. He has a girlfriend with the broken leg at home? So then he gets up the phone.
So he didn't live there?
No, he had his own place. So then he walks over, and I was like, hold the phone. I was like, your mom says you have a girlfriend. He's like, no, she's lying. She's just upset that we broke up, and she wants us to get back together so badly. So then they start yelling outside of the gate, and I was like, look, we gotta go. Either we go or we don't. Pretty much we end up getting in an Uber, and we end up leaving, and the mom stays outside begging him to get back inside and not to make a mistake. I cannot believe I was in the middle of the only son and mom being like, no te vayas, si me voy, no te vayas.
He was the only son.
He was the only son.
No wonder.
She kept saying, you're gonna make a mistake. Don't leave with her. You don't know who she is. It was wild. It was wild. But a memorable one, but it was wild.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wasn't there for that part. I was just up until we were at the bar, and then they took off, and then I was with a friend. And my situation was completely different with the guy. He was like super cordial, super nice.
No mommy fights?
No.
Let's see, do you have any juicy stories or a memorable one?
Memorable story.
Go through the Rolodex.
Wow. Like Vegas story memorable?
Hey, Vegas, out of state,
or
out
like
of town.
Guy I've dated memorable.
Whatever, whoever, we want to hear it.
Well, I would say in terms of like, so I haven't dealt with a whole lot of drama, but there's this guy that I was seeing. We weren't actually dating, but I was seeing him. This was years ago. I was seeing him, and it turned out he had a girlfriend.
Scandalous.
Yeah, and at first I didn't know he had a girlfriend. And at the time I was younger, so I was like super naive, and I was just kind of like, what? He invited me over to his apartment, which was like not too far from my house. I want to say maybe like a mile or 2. So he lived really close by.
So we were neighbors.
Yeah. So he invited me over his house, and I was just kind of like, it's kind of weird at his apartment because he had like Hello Kitty notepad on the refrigerator and like just girly stuff, and I was just kind of like, okay.
Did you question them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I asked him. I was like, hey, what's up with this stuff? And he was like, oh, they're my sisters, or I don't know if he said his sister lived with him or something. And I was just kind of like, okay. And then we were gonna have sex, and I was asking him like, we should go to your bedroom, and he was like, no.
He said no to the
He
bedroom.
said no to the bedroom.
Was the sister asleep in the room?
That's what I thought. I was like, is she here? No, and he was like, no. And so we ended up having sex in the living room, and so that was one time, and then I saw him a few more times after that.
Wait, I want to know, how did you find out he had a girlfriend?
Oh, I'm gonna get to that. So then we went out a few more times. He even like rode me around in his motorcycle.
Ooh.
And we ended up going to a motel once, and he was like, oh, I have to go.
Like, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So no cuddling.
Yeah, no cuddling. And I was just like, what? Like, it's only like 1 in the morning. And he's like, yeah, I have to go. And his brother came to pick him up. I don't even think he had a sister. I don't think so. Maybe he does, but...
Maybe he was saying that the brother was a sister and the sister was a brother.
Maybe he was just making shit up. But anyways, long story short, I ended up finding out through Facebook he had a girlfriend. And the girlfriend was actually friends with some of your friends in high school. And I was just like, what the fuck?
I think
they know each other.
I think I have an idea of who you're talking about.
And I confronted him about it.
What did he say?
He was upset. He's like, oh my God, how dare you? And I was like, excuse me, I'm not the cheater here. It's you.
Isn't that funny how they're like, they get all defensive and they're like, what are you doing? How did you find out?
But you see, like, I'm not, had I known he had a girlfriend, I would have never talked to him. Like, I'm not the home-wrecking type.
No, that's a no-go in my book.
And I was just like, what? I was like, don't get mad at me. Like, it was you the one that fucked up. Are you going to go tell your girlfriend you slept with me? No.
Didn't they end up getting married?
Yes, I think they ended up getting married.
Ugh.
I don't know if she found out. But, I hope they're happy.
Trash. That's trash in my book.
Maybe he turned a new leaf and he's like, I'm done with that lifestyle. I don't know.
Hopefully. Nobody deserves that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Women don't deserve to be treated that way. So yeah, I didn't talk to him after that. I was like, no. I talked to him like years later, but it was brief.
I don't think from my understanding, I don't think I've dated anybody with a girlfriend. I wouldn't want to. I would cut that shit short real quick.
Yeah, and people will lie about it ultimately.
I know.
So, maybe you might find out, you might not. I don't know. Yeah. It wasn't the first time that's happened to me, but I didn't like it. I was like, I don't want that done to me, so I wouldn't do that to anybody else.
But that sounds like somebody has more juicy stories.
Oh, I do. Yes. Okay, we'll save that for another video.
We will save it. So this was a really fun segment for us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave some comments. I want to know what you guys thought about this. Did you guys like the question series? Did you guys like our stories?
Yeah, and please don't forget to share. Share with your family, share with your friends, share with your schoolmates, share with your coworkers. We'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to read stories. I want to hear your relationship stories
or not. Maybe happy endings. I want to hear them.
Yeah, I'm sure you all have juicy stories too. See you in our next video. Bye.